We're rolling.
Hello, everybody. This is Lloyd Nickel, the WWF Insider for the Vancouver Morning After. I'm here interviewing WWE Hall of Famer John Bradshaw Layfield. John, how you doing today?
Pleasure to see you.
My first question I asked for, well, pleasure in your case, how did you get your start in professional wrestling?
I didn't want to have a real job. I played football for a few years, professional football, and either a lack of talent or injuries, one of the two, got me out of the league after about 3 years. And I had a chance to hang around a little bit longer and play a little more football, but I was never going to be anything that's going to be more than on a bubble. One of those players that just kind of made the team every year, barely, or didn't make the team. And I wanted to get into wrestling when I was still young enough to hopefully have a chance to make it.
And what was your first gimmick that you used while you were in the WWF at the time?
First gimmick in WWF,
Yeah.
Justin Hawk Bradshaw. I came in and I'd been John Hawk. Killer Tim Brooks gave that name. There was some guy, I think his name was Ethan Hawk, not the actor, but the wrestler. I never saw him again after that. And he said, "You look like his cousin. We're going to call you John Hawk." And so Killer gave me the name John Hawk, so it stuck with me for years. And I went to WWE. Vince wanted to call me Justin Bradshaw, and I figured I wouldn't be there but just 2 or 3 years, and I wanted to take the name with me to Japan. So I said, "How about you call me Justin Hawk?" I thought that was close enough to John Hawk where I could take the name with me. And Vince goes, he cares less. He goes, just make it Justin Hawk Bradshaw. So I had three names.
Well, there was a time in your career that you were a tag team with Farouk, aka Ron Simmons. How did that go?
He's our Jackie Robinson. He's the first black heavyweight recognized black world heavyweight champion. And being with Ron it's one of the best things that ever happened to me. Not just as a professional, it was professional, best thing ever happened to me, but also as a person. I'm still friends with Ron Simmons, best friends. He was the best man at my wedding. 30 something years later, we text all the time, and he's suffering right now with Florida State because they're not quite as good as that they thought they'd be. At times they are, but it's fantastic. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me. It was them linking me with Ron Simmons.
Now, who came up with the name The Acolytes? You or Ron Simmons?
Nope, it was Vince McMahon, and we never really explained what acolytes were. I mean, I understand what it is, but it never really worked out. We had the symbols on our chest. It was part of the Necronomicon. It was going to be some type of, I don't know if it was devil worship or just dark or whatever it was. Uh, it never really was explained, and thank goodness we got out of it pretty quick.
Well, the Acolytes were part of the Ministry of Darkness, right?
That's right.
And what became of that with the Ministry of Darkness?
I just stayed with Undertaker forever. That was a great run. We loved being with him. We were working with Stone Cold, The Rock, Vince. It was fantastic. And for whatever reason, they put me and Ron off on our own. We had a great run on our own, and very happy with it. But we just stayed with Taker forever if they'd let us.
And you went from just being the Acolytes, coming along to the APA.
Yes.
What was that all about?
It was Vince seeing me and Ron sitting around drinking and just bantering and BSing. And Vince said, "I want to put that on TV." And literally, it was just me and Ron being ourselves. Vince wanted to put that on TV. And then it started working. And then we became basically the celebrity integration for people that came in. We had so many celebrities that came in during that time because Steve and Rock were so hot. It was an incredible time in wrestling. And they needed somewhere to put them, so they always stuck with me and Ron backstage, and we do some little skit with them or something. So we got to work with some really great people.
Yeah, like Jeff Hardy and all them.
Yeah, we had LL Cool J, we had Mr. T, we had Rebecca Romaine. I mean, any stars that generally came through our little APA set.
And what was the deal with you guys playing poker backstage?
That was just me and Ron. That's just me and Ron again. Ron and I love playing cards, and Vince just put us out there, and he wouldn't hardly give us a script. He would say, we need this to get across or whatever it was. And so we would sit there and just kind of do a segment, and Vince, we had a great writer. Tommy Blancha was there. He really helped us a lot.
And what was the first championship you had in your overall career?
Overall career, I don't know. The first big one was the North American NWA title I got from Kevin Von Erich, which was a big deal to me because it was Kevin, and I was very nervous. I idolized Kevin growing up, and I still do. I think a lot of Kevin. And was really cool to be out there with the Von Erich for the title, and he was kind enough to put it on me.
What other big Texans influenced your career besides the Undertaker in your overall wrestling career?
Wasn't a Texan, but Gordy did. Bam Bam Terry Gordy had a huge influence on me. Most of my wrestling style came from Terry Gordy. A lot of people think it's from Stan, and part of it is Stan. I idolize Stan. I think he's probably the best way to say it. I love Stan. He's such a good man, and he was a real. He was a mentor to me. He was really cool to me, and but most of the stuff I got was from Bam Bam Gordy.
Well, on the subject of Stan Hansen, did he let you use the way which you call it, the clothesline from hell?
No, I got it from. I think that because I look like Barry Windham, they wanted me to use it in Texas. And then when I was in Japan, I went over there and I was using the flying lariat like Windham used it. And I didn't really know what I was doing. Kendo Nagasaki told me, he said, it looks really bad. And so every night I would try it different. I would try it different. And I finally developed my unique style of the clothesline from hell.
Well, speaking about the Wyndhams, you and Barry Windham were fortunate enough to recreate the iconic tag team, the Bradshaw's. How did that go over?
It didn't go over well at all. Barry was still Barry Windham, and Barry had got hurt. He'd been NWA champion forever. Barry was a terrific worker, great human being, still is. But for whatever reason, they didn't really use us. They brought us in, they did a few things with us, they didn't bury us, but they never did really use us. I was really disappointed in it because I was so excited when I got to be part of something with Barry Windham and part of his second generation. I didn't know Mulligan, but I knew Lanza very well. And Lanza gave me his permission and his blessing, which was cool. And I was very excited about it, but for whatever reason, it was never really used.
Is there anything else you'd like to add or close with, like, in your time? What made you do the JBL thing with the dollars going out of the ceiling?
That was they needed somebody. I got very lucky. I was around 2003 or 2004. I had been going to Iraq and Afghanistan a lot. I kind of thought my role would be a liaison between WWE and the military, and there was a very patriotic feel in the country at that time, and I was fine with that because I'd been hurt a lot, and I thought my career was probably over. Ron had kind of stepped away and was retiring, and all of a sudden they just needed somebody. Kurt Angle was hurt, Big Show was hurt. You had guys that were out, and they needed somebody against Eddie Guerrero in about 6 weeks, and I was lucky that it was me.
And what was the deal with you saying you went to New York City to make all your millions?
Well, that's what I did. Millionaire from New York City.
Oh, I thought it was.
I own New York City. I own the whole city.
But you're not the mayor yet. Oh, yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. We may have a socialist mayor coming up. That may not be so good.
Well, that's you. But anyway, I want to thank you for your time, John.
Thank you very much.
And I hope you guys come out tonight to see John Bradshaw Layfield with SICW's classic wrestling event tonight.